Okay, guys, what about boys? It's your boy Said here, and this time we're gonna make our course about TYL to make some activities you can apply in your teaching activities in class. Wanna see? Without the further ado, let's go. Hello, everyone. Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Ah, have you had your breakfast today?
Yes, sir. I have.
Yes, nice, good. Breakfast is important for your body and then the others. We have learned some lessons today. Can you imagine? What is we learned from yesterday last meeting?
Last meeting, it was like Simon says.
Yeah. Yes, Simon say. After Simon say, it is fine. We would like to learn about story, little pigs, and then his friends. Yeah, do you know?
Yeah, I know it.
Yes. Yeah, yes. So before we get into this lesson, I would ask you some questions. What day is today?
I'm sir. It's Thursday.
Okay, nice. It's Thursday. And then what date is today? That is 8 of March.
It's March.
March. It's
Yes.
March. I can't forget about the day. Okay, let's next to the lesson. You know, a little big story that tells about his mother and his kids.
No, sir.
Let me
No,
tell you a story.
it.
Listen, one day there's a mother pig with his three little kids sleep in the deep forest there. He's live with happy, and then she is like doing activities with all of his kids and his family. But suddenly, the mother says to his kids, he said, but all of my kids, it's time for you to leave. Because you've already grown big and then you have to build your own house. The mother pig says. And then the kid says, yes, Mama, I want to grow my own house with all of my needs. He says. And then the three little pigs, suddenly tomorrow, is all of is going to build his own house with their with their own. The first pig is built the house out of a straw. It's made slightly. It has no struggle. He doesn't struggle with the straw. It's like cut it short. The first pig he made the bricks from a straw.
Straw.
Yeah, you know straw?
It's like wood little thing.
Yeah, it's very like it's easy to crack.
Oh yeah.
It's easy to. And the second thing was build the house made of woods. You break the woods. You know woods?
No.
You know woods?
No. I know
No.
woods and is it made from plank?
Yeah, it's made from flying. You can get it from the trees. Like you have to cut the trees and then you make the woods. And then the last thing was made his house out of bricks, strong big bricks. It's like this, you know, the wall. The wall, bricks. And then one day, the wolf came along.
Oh.
Suddenly scrolling to the first pig. He's knocking the door. Knock, knock, knock. Little pig, come out, or I will kill you. And the first pig said, no, not by the hairs of my chin chin chin. And suddenly the wolf's angry. And he huffed and he buffed the blue house down. And suddenly, all of the house of the first pig is destroyed. What was nothing. It's wet with the earth.
Was the pig killed?
No, he's fleeing. He's running to the second pig. Running for away. After that, the wolf came to the second pig, his brother. And he said again, little pig, let me in. And then the brothers, they will say, no, not by the hairs of my chinny chin chin. But then the wolf do the same thing as the previous week again. Okay then, I'll huff and I'll buff and I'll blow your house down. And then he start to blow his down. All of a sudden, all of the second big house is like nothing. It's going gone with all of the woods just like flew out into the sky. And the pigs, the two pigs there, is like run again. To the three pigs, to the third pigs. And last, the third pig is made up of his house made out of bricks, right? Yeah. So came along the wolves, bad wolf, the big bad wolf, and knocking at the door, the last one. Door, door, door. Little pigs, let me in. And then the pigs answered, no, not by the hairs of my chitty chitty. And then the wolves came again and said the same things as like the previous one. Okay, then I'll blow your house down the third times. And suddenly he burst the walls down, but he can't to destroy it. And then he tried more and more. The walls was tired and exhausted because of the house made of bricks. And then finally, all the pigs like escaped from the beds. So, the conclusion is do your best as you can. Yes. Wherever you go, wherever you live, do the best. Wherever it's like all of the condition in your environment, do your best.
That's interesting.
Okay. And then I give you some tasks.
What is it?
Can you guess who is the smartest pig? The first, the third, or the second? Okay,
Sir, I was the first.
first, you are not, you're in, salah.
What is it?
Apa saja teraikat.
Yes, because that's
Look, man.
your answer is not bad.
No.
Okay, okay. What is the most clever pig? Who is the most clever pig? You.
I think the first pig.
The first pig, it's good, but it's not true. Why, guess? Can you guess? Because the first pig was made the house out of the sticks.
What about the second pig?
The second pig,
Yeah.
he's clever, but he is not the diligent one. Is like his brother. Sure. So the answer is
What
the
is it?
most clever and then the most. Okay, let's go with. Okay, the follow instruction.
Oh, Mr.
Shoulders, and toes, head, shoulder, chin.
Okay, hello everyone, viewers. I'm here today. I'm going to explain what the previous video about. Okay, today we are going to explore two exciting concepts from previous video. It is implicit learning and meaningful learning. These approaches are essential in helping us become better in English learners, especially for young learners. So let's dive right in. Now let's start with implicit learning. It is a process where we acquire, us, no, student acquire knowledge without even realizing it. Just like when students learn to speak their native language, they absorb words, phrases, and grammar naturally without consciously studying them. That's it. And then you can imagine when you were a baby, maybe you heard your parents and others around you speaking, and without any efforts, you start imitating them and forming words. That's implicit learning in action. Just like the previous video, the teacher gave the story of three little pig, and the students understand with the story because it is exciting for them. And then, in the same way, when you listen to the English songs, watch cartoons, or hear conversation in English, or just like in the previous video, the student listen to the story to the three little pig. They naturally pick up new words, expressions, and pronunciation exactly. Our brain is constantly absorbing the language and making connections. That's implicit learning. So let's shift to the second concept. It is meaningful learning. This approach involves actively engaging with the language and making it meaningful to students. It's like connecting the dots between what students already know and the new things you learn in English. Just like previous video, the student asking what the date is the day, and the student just like answering based on how they know the day in English because the teacher asks in English, while their mother language or their native language is not English. Instead of just memorizing words or phrases, meaningful learning encourages you to understand their meanings and how they can be used in the real life situations. It helps students build a strong foundation in the English language. So, for example, let's say students learning about animals, just like the previous video, three little pig. They learn what is pig. Pig has big nose, maybe, and then you know what? You as a teacher, you can talk about their names. The first pig, the name is John. The second pig, named Udis, and so on. You can talk about their names, maybe pig, how the sound they make, maybe, or and where they live. They live in the field or mud, maybe, or we can teach them where the tiger live. They live in the forest, and their sound is roar, just like that. We can also create stories, draw pictures, or even act out different animals, just like I do. By doing these activities, students make the learning fun, interactive, and meaningful. That's it. So, in the summary, young learners, implicit learnings. Oh no, I forget. So, implicit learning allows students to absorb the language naturally, or they can absorb English words, phrases naturally without even studying them. Hmm. While meaningful learning helps students actively engage with the language and understand its purpose. Both approaches are important for student English language journey. And then, oh, this is the last minutes of the video. So I guess I will commend you. Remember, don't be afraid to listen to English songs, watch English videos, or have conversation in English with your friends and peer or even teachers. For you are young learners. These experiences will help you or your student implicitly learn new words and phrases. Exactly. And when you actively or your student actively participate in English activities, games, and discussions, you'll engage or the student will engage in meaningful learning where you make connection between the connection and understand English better. So you can keep exploring, practicing, and having fun with English exactly. By combining implicit learning and meaningful learning, just like in the previous video, you'll become confident English learner, confident English teachers, I guess. So that's all from me, or that's all from our group. Thank you for watching our videos. See you later.